football manager video is a little bit different from the ones that we've done so far because I could not wait for the end of the season to play a match with you. I need moral support much, much sooner. Here's what's going on. Against seemingly most odds, we've made it to the FA Cup. I think this is going to be the third round. And we're playing against a Premier League club, Brentford. They're not in the Prem at this point in the save, but you'll see about that when we get to it. The point is that we have to play against Brentford, thankfully at home in the FA Cup. And I don't have a lot of hope for this game, but this is clearly our biggest opponent by far, so far in our career together at South Shields. So I had to bring you in for it. I had to show you just how badly we're gonna do. I don't know, I haven't played it yet, but presumably. So let's hop in. I'm gonna start with the usual recap. My voice is shaking. That's how nervous I am. I'm gonna recap the season so far up until January 3rd, 2026. And then we'll hop into this FA Cup game against Graham Potter's Brentford. So as usual, timestamps below. I'm going to disappear for the recap, and then I'm going to reappear during the game, the match. Keep stalling by saying thank you so much to everyone for the really positive reception of the Football Manager games so far. I love them. They take a while to make, but when I see your engagement, it makes it all worth it. And I think it's so much fun. I gotta stop babbling on now and get into the game. I'll see you there. I can't pretend that it's been going all that well so far. We're 26 games into the season and we are firmly middle of the table. Obviously the goal for the remaining games will be to move up into a playoff spot. I'm not convinced that we're going to win promotion yet this year, but at least we could be a contender. But in a weird way, that's a problem for the next video, because today we've got bigger fish to fry, in a sense. We'll get to that. First, let me catch you up on the season so far. And actually, we'll start with the pre-season, the off-season. We re-signed some names that we had to hang on to. Corrigan, Blackett, who's been underperforming, Gomez, who's been performing brilliantly, and Chadwick, our backup keeper, who's also, in the few appearances that he has had, has done a pretty decent job. Now, speaking of keepers, Boney was a big one because his contract was not over at the end of the 24-25 season, so summer 2025. But we did catch wind that a League 2 team was looking into him, thinking about signing him, and he had an £86,000 release clause. So we couldn't just leave that there. We couldn't be idle on him. So we did approach for a new contract, and we were able to move up the release clause to £225,000. So basically triple the minimum fee release clause, kind of locking him in, or at least making a huge amount of money if he does get stolen out from under us. That being said, he is being paid about 8% of our wage bill, so not great. But the beginning of the season, especially with how last season went, it felt like we needed to do what we needed to do to hang on to Boney. Now, the tragic news. While we were dealing with the Boney contract, this is all on me. Burton Albion, who are also in League 2, they snuck up on me. Really clever of them not to sort of announce their interest or make it public. And they triggered Abby's release clause for £80,000. I didn't even catch on to the fact that his release clause was so low. Let's see if we can find him. Here he is. So at that point, the offer came in. There was nothing we could do but sit back and watch the slow motion car wreck that was coming our way. And he took the deal, which is interesting because he's getting paid 1.5k, which is we would have done for him too. I forget how much we were paying him, but of course, he wanted to compete in a higher league with a team with maybe a slightly better reputation. So we lost our dear Jed Abbey. His contract does expire in June, so who knows? Maybe one day we'll play with Jed Abbey again. Elsewhere, we released Lufudu and two other players who I don't think you saw very much of, Fadahunsi and Motley Henry. And then we did send Osterfield out on loan. He's with a Panorama National North team. But if you saw last video, he was kind of underperforming at the end of the season, but he has a lot of potential, so we sent him out on loan to see how he does over there. And then the other player at the top of the season that we kind of had to make a decision about was Briggs. His contract with us was expiring, and it was really difficult to justify keeping him on at this level, even though he kept outplaying his ability. So we ended up just sort of not moving on him, and he ended up being on a week-to-week basis with us, so I was happy with that. But we were starting the season at least 5 players short of where I wanted be. Should mention though that the preseason friendlies were very interesting. Mongoy would not stop scoring. We played against Bolden at first, and he scored a hat-trick within the first half hour. And then the second game of the preseason was against Wigan, and it ended up being a 4-4 draw, which I didn't clock until the end of the game, but Wigan is a League One team, so I was quite happy with a 4-4 draw. We were sort of trading goals all game. Obviously the XG tells a different story, but I hadn't anticipated them being so out of our league. So I was playing Clark out of his regular position, popped Jenkins in, moved Mongoy to the wing and had Hodgson up. So it was kind of like a different setup. I just figured it was another preseason friendly and, kind of not too bothered by it. And then, we ended up drawing with a League One team, which is 2 leagues higher than us. So that was encouraging. And then also encouraging, I felt bad about absolutely destroying civil service. But Hudson got a 10.0 in this game, got an assist and a goal, but because he was just playing very well, everyone was for the most part, so it all felt very promising. Now we had a rocky start to the season in August, and by mid-September, Briggs decided to leave the club. I've checked in on him, he is unemployed, but he's trying to make it as a scout, it seems. Let's see if we can find him. Robert Briggs, unemployed scout. So there you go. I think we'll have outgrown his scouting abilities too, but we wish him the best. Let's go back to the schedule here. Actually, let's go into the squad. So we were having trouble finding players, but with Briggs being gone, we were getting extra desperate. The problem was with transfers and loans, just getting because we could get a team to agree to a loan, but getting a player to agree was a different story because, 2-3 seasons prior, we were 2 leagues down, so it's not an attractive offer for a player to come down and play for us. So we did sign Charlie Kendall. Where is he? Oh, here he is. Yeah. Dealing with a bit of an injury. We signed Charlie Kendall on a free, and the fan reaction from this signing got us a B grade. It felt like a good find because at the time we had made promises to add some quality at attacking, and he could play on the right side, which we needed with Abby gone. He can also play at striker, and we told him that he could use the club as a stepping stone, so we agreed to I think it was a nearly £300,000, £275 minimum fee, release clause. So again, not too bad considering we got him on a free, so I wasn't too concerned about the release clause. I just wanted it to be an amount that wouldn't see him disappearing immediately as soon as he's on form. And look at his average ratings. I mean, FA Trophy, 1 match so far. He didn't do well. But up here, 14 appearances in the league with an almost 7.2 average rating. He's been a pretty great signing, and he got an assist in his first game out for us, so that was very exciting. And then, not too long after that, we signed Josh Lundstrom. Can I find it? Here he is. So he could play at DM for us. He could also play at wing back on the right side. So we were kind of switching to players here who could be more flexible and play in different positions, since we're playing with a thinner, a lighter roster. Between him and Kendall, we sort of had like a good portion of the right side and the middle of the field covered. And this signing got a B- from our supporter reaction, or fan reaction. So, mid-October, October actually went very, very well. And mid-October we signed Lewis Shipley. Again, just filling out that field, so he could play a central defender, which we need because our pairing from last season, Anson and Nguipisi, as a partnership, they have some struggles. And then he can also play on the left, where we've been starting Corrigan, and we had Green sort of as a backup. This signing got a B grade from the supporters, and we signed him just in time for the first FA Cup match, and he's been performing really well in the FA Cup. 4 appearances, 7.18 average rating. So I guess we should talk about that FA Cup. 4th qualifying round against Alfreton was a 1-0 win. Pretty straightforward. Scored early with Lundstrom, and the game sort of just played out pretty quickly from there. We had a 2.05 XG. We held them off to barely anything controlled possession. It was a pretty easy, fun game. Okay, then we also signed, I can't forget, Alfie Chang. And this one got a B- rating from our supporters, but again, he's been playing brilliantly in the FA Cup and also in the league, to be fair. And that was really as much as we were going to be able to sort of beef up the squad on our wage budget. So maybe we needed to focus a little bit more on attack in retrospect, but this did make an immediate impact. Again, look at October, it's looking really good. It also felt like we were dealing with fewer injuries than normal, so things were looking up. And finally, at the end of October, I was back to an A+ grade, an A+. rating from the board, and the supporters, that didn't necessarily stick, but let's talk about the FA Cup proper. The first round was away at Maidstone, and we won this one 2-0. Again, pretty standard game here. We have to watch out with playing a little bit risky in the back, but we won. And at this point, we got 41,000. Nope, this one. $41,000 pounds for winning this game, which is huge money at our level. So I went from sort of going, okay, I'm not bothered about the FA Cup. We're not gonna win it. I'm not bothered about the FA trophy. We've won it. Now I really want to focus on winning promotion, to like, hey, maybe it is worth putting in an effort for the FA Cup if we're getting paid, 5 figures for winning a match. Then comes the rest of November, which went pretty poorly, but we did get a 4-1 win over Dorking, and I think the very next day or 2 days later, Dorking knocked on my door, invited me in for an interview, and I obviously turned down the interview because we're staying with South Shields all the way to the top. End of November is the FA Cup second round, and we actually get a draw here away from home. Thankfully, Hodgson gets a very, very late goal to tie things up, and this one will go to a replay. The next day, though, after this draw, I was offered a new 2-year contract with South Shields, so just keeping that job security. Always good if you're trying to bring this team up and up and up. And December 6th was the FA Trophy. Third round, not too bothered by it, and we ended up winning on penalties. So again, we don't get too much money from this. We don't get much out of it, other than the fact that it's a trophy, it's a competition, and we won it last year. So I want to put this competition behind us now. The next round will be about a week after today's game, and we'll see what happens, but I'm going to be focusing on the games around it to try to get that promotion spot or that playoff spot. Yeah, and I guess that brings us to the 4 days later. And December in general was a bit of a nightmare because look at how many games we played. We were playing games every few days, and it really took a toll on our players. But December 10th, we had our second round replay at home this time. And I mean, our home form is just so important. Because look at this, they did end up getting a red in the 69th minute. At that point, the game was tied up 2-2. And then they followed up with an offside goal. So thankfully, that didn't count. And in the final 10 minutes of the game, we were able to put away away a couple more goals just to secure this game. Make sure it doesn't go to penalties, extra time, what have you. But we'll skip over December for now, because let's get into this game now. Brentford, who are in the championship, I must say, because I don't know if I probably won't mention the Premier League in the title or anything of this video, but obviously we think of Brentford as a Premier League team. In this save in 2026, they are in the championship. They're third though, so they might go up and get promotion. So definitely, regardless of where they are, it's a scary, scary team managed by Graham Potter. And I think that pretty much leaves us to go play this game. We will get murdered. We will get absolutely destroyed. Just look at the average player wage. Ours is just below £1,000. Theirs is 33,000. So this is a good sort of indication about what kind of violence you're going to see today. So now I'm gonna jump back on face cam and march towards this. I almost don't want to show my face today as we prepare for total domination. Not in the direction that you would normally like to plan for, but I've jumped into the team selection now, just because some changes I'd made before, I guess, weren't saved in game. But this is the team that I think we're looking at to start with. The big sort of question mark is Kendall. He's in rehab right now. He has not resumed training, and I think we're risking a really bad injury by placing him in the starting lineup. At best, we're just risking bad play from him because his conditioning's not good. But I think we have to do it. Our other option is Heaney. Heaney will have to come in for him at some point, by halftime, to take over, but they're both pretty tired, so I'm just hoping maybe Kendall can work some early magic before we have to take him off. We really need some more depth here on the right. And I think generally our biggest problem is going to be the conditioning on attacking. Everyone, they played 2 days ago. They're super tired. The midfield, we've got a lot of depth there, so we'll be okay. And the conditioning of our defensive line is okay, other than maybe Shipley. We need Shipley to start though. The question is, can they do their job? Out of possession, we're pretty much keeping our regular tactics here. The big differences are really in possession. We are going narrower than usual, and we're going with more direct passes because Brentford have been conceding a lot from through balls recently, so hopefully we can make something work here. Some whipped crosses, maybe take him by surprise. use our strength as our strength. And I think there's other small little changes that we've made, but for the most part, we're hoping to make the most impact on attack. That being said, we are changing the mentality to defensive. I've been playing attacking this year so far, which maybe was part of the problem. But for this match, we definitely have to go defensive, really pick our shots, and be smart with defense. Let's not throw everything forward and then get caught 4 or 5 times at the back. So this is what we're doing. Let's submit the team and go into the game. Yeah. Oh, a cat wants to come in too. I don't even know what to tell them. In the locker room, nobody's expecting us to win. I think let's be a little more positive than that. That didn't help anyone. I will tell Gomez and Kendall that I want them to make the difference. We're going to start with a really early encourage shout, I think, because right now they are not convinced. Let's see if our wingers can do anything here today. Brentford's recent form has not been great. That being said, they are a much better team. Okay. Oh, wait. We're going to do extended highlights as usual. And we're starting with a highlight. So let me just shout. We'll wait for the highlight to be over to shout some encouragement. Yeah, see, that's that more direct pass that we're not used to playing with. That being said, we've got 63% of the possession. We're completing most of our passes. We just saw the one that we did not complete. So Kendall is going to cross it in here. Okay, let's not get too excited. There's still 80 some minutes to play. But maybe our changed tactics are the answer here. That's why we brought on Blackett, even though he's still in rehab. Not Blackett, Kendall, and finally Blackett is producing here. Not a lot of highlight. Well, we're only 10 minutes in. You can tell now that I just want to speed through the rest of this match and leave it at 1-0. Could you imagine? Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's give them a little. No, let's not give them anything yet. Let's see what happens here. Boney rolls it out to Shipley. Yeah, let's just pass it to the other guys. Okay. We can defend this corner here. We're fine. Yeah, they're taller than us, but who cares? Oh no, there's construction across the street. Well, I can't put a stop to this now. Oh no. See, this is a level of play that we're not used to. Where they actually understand their tactics. But we're taking it up on the counter, and that's the end of that highlight. I was just about to say I'd rather have no highlights than highlights that look like they're going our way. Kendall, though, wasting no time coming back on the field from his injury. No, we just can't. We just can't win a battle for the ball with them. Not in the air, not on the ground. But we can hold them back, maybe. make that new Boney contract worth it, I'm kind of tempted to go to very defensive already. But we're not gonna do that because now it's back to a 1-1 tie. 20 minutes into the game, everyone's still doing okay though. What could we have done differently? Not much, to be fair. Shipley not showing up in the shape that we want him to be. Let's remind ourselves this is Brentford. Let's encourage the guys now. And the shout did not register before we hopped into this highlight. See, normally... Nice. Stop, Boney. Normally, if I was just playing off camera, I have a confession to make. If I get really nervous during a highlight, I might just switch it to only commentary. Because then if it's not a goal, it'll just switch to the commentary, and then you're like, okay, at least that attack is over. Which is terrible, but we don't, if we can't control some of the anxiety that this game gives us, then we should, by all means. If this goes to a draw, then it's gonna be a replay, won't it? They're tearing our defense apart. Oh no. Oh, Boney, thank you. Corners we can deal with. Strong attacking play we cannot. Okay. High cross. Boney jumps and stops it. Fantastic. I'm fine with taking it back to commentary. Throw in for Corrigan here. Let's not give them the ball, yep. Sure. Boney is earning his wage today. He's on a 7.4. Might even go higher than that after that stop. There you go. He's single-handedly keeping this game in play. What's their XG? That's not that good, actually. I mean, it's matched up with ours. That being said, we have one shot on target, which was our goal. They have 10. Mongoy just got a yellow now. Yeah, definitely gonna have to make some changes on attack. Look at that momentum. Okay, right before halftime here, they've got a throw in. Huge cross. Oh, that's a goal. Boney. Oh my god. Oh, I want to encourage them all and also praise Boney. Nice one. And that's halftime. Okay. What are we doing here? I am happy with the performance so far. I'm gonna tell Boney he is I should have left it. He was already really happy. I should have left it. Oh no, my stomach just dropped. Okay. Are we making some changes? How's everyone's condition? It's really poor. Kendall's on the 7.5 though, so we might wait until he's like in that really bright red. Do I want to take Gomez off? I mean, this is where our subs are going to be used in this game. So do I want to bring Hudson on for Mongoy? See if he can make much of a difference. I shouldn't, but I will. Gomez is on the left, and I will bring in Heaney. I can't forget that I've got 5 subs in this game rather than 3. So let's start the second half like this. I'm not going to make any tactical changes because our defense has been working, relatively speaking. So let's start the second half. Oh, it starts with a highlight. Boney, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I made you lose focus. Focus up, Boney. Focus up. Okay, Corrigan can get to that one. Good. Kicks it out of play, so that's going to be a throw-in for Brentford. No time to encourage. We've got a highlight here. Hodgson can't get the header out. Would Mongo have made a better play there? Probably. But we are keeping control here. Lukeman will pass it to Kendall, who's still on. Hodgson popping up. He can't get the pass off to Blackett, though. We're used to short passes. We're not used to direct passes. So they're going to take it up the right side. I like where our defensive line is. Miles Pony. Did that give you your focus back? They're going in for a corner. I just want to shout something at them, especially Pony, to make him feel better. He can't stop this, though. He's going to jump up for it. It's okay. It's okay. That's a goal kick. If I praise him now, will he accept it? My laptop fan is working as hard as Miles Boney is. He still lost focus, so that didn't help anything. Might have made things worse. Not a lot of... So Kendall is getting into a bright red now. Not a lot of highlights to show here. I have to take Kendall off, don't I? Wait, who was I gonna put in for Kendall? Oh, I don't have anyone to go in for Kendall. Hold on now. Heaney's gonna go over to the right side. And do I want Green up there? Sometimes he surprises us. Now it should be Jenkins. Come on now. I know we're all struggling. I'm gonna give them a little team talk here. And okay, Jenkins is inspired, so what? No. What? Confirms that. I don't know. I'm too stressed right now. Okay. Jenkins got the ball taken away from him. Corrigan. No. Miles Boney. Ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Blackett. Sorry, dude, you're out there. You're staying out there. You're uninterested in the FA Cup against Brentford. Boy, if you don't. Okay, 75 minutes. We're getting a highlight here with Boney taking the goal kick. Gonna take it short to Lukeman. Shipley, I mean. Our redheads are Corrigan and Shipley. Oh, I thought we intercepted there. Nice cross up. Corrigan showing up. What's his match rating? 6.6. Oh, look at these guys on 6.2. I'm gonna take Anson off. Put on Nguipisi. Even though he has a so partnership with Shipley. Hopefully he can bring some freshness to the back line. I will keep Lukeman there, though. I don't know that I have anyone to come in for him anyway. I'd have to move CJ back, and that's it. That's going in. Jesus Christ, Miles Boney. Okay, we have to make some changes at midfield after this. And this is going to be our last sub, isn't it? So do we want it to be Lundstrom or do we want it to be Smith? Oh, controversial, it's going to be Smith. Just in case we get like a corner, he can make something happen. Look at this momentum going our way for the end of the match. Blackett just can't do it anymore. We're going to encourage them. Should we go attacking? That would be the stupid thing to do. Let's see what happens, because I just don't want to have to go to replay. No, he's not going to make it. We're at home here. We're not going to be able to hold this form away from home. So once this attack is over, I'm doing the wrong thing going attacking for the last 5 minutes. Even though our striker is close to death at this point. No. It's okay, Boney could stop that any day. Okay, we're doing it, guys. We're going attacking. Maybe we'll surprise them a little bit. No, no one's there to take it. No, it's going the wrong way now. It's going the wrong way. And now our defensive line was up because we were playing attacking. We've managed to track back though. Yes, guys. It's not over yet though. They're gonna take another cross in. Lukeman got his head on it. Shipley is what I was gonna say. I'm getting hot now. I really don't want this to go to a replay. It's gonna go to a replay. We're in injury time now. They're taking a free kick. We've got way too many games. To let this go to a replay. We can't handle a replay. We can't handle it away from home. Kids, don't do this at home. What can we create here? Not much. Oh my god. There are 2 minutes left in this game. They are on the attack. Another highlight where they're attacking. If I let myself speak right now, it's not gonna be calming, which is why we're sitting in silence. Blackett taking it up the side, but he's really got no energy. We get a throw in here. Probably the last highlight of the match. Lukeman. Maybe we shouldn't have done any. That's full time. I don't know how to feel about this. I mean, look at that XG. That is all Miles Boney. That being said, can we do this again in Brentford, in London? I don't think so. We're gonna have to though. what you thought of this. I really don't know how to feel. We're gonna have to take this game back, think about it, study it, and I don't know, I don't know when you're gonna see me next in Football Manager World, because am I gonna come right back for the replay? Am I just gonna finish the season and then you'll see how it went? Because I really don't have faith that we can win a replay at home or away from home. Oh, I can't even think straight right now. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you very soon with another Football Manager video, whether that be in London or at the end of the season. Bye.